It appears Proposition Q has failed in the city of Austin tonight. Here's a look at those vote totals so far, and we're getting a pretty convincing 67% for no's, 33% for the yays. Fox 7 Austin's Katie Pratt has been covering this controversial ballot measure. She is here in studio with the latest on that. Katie.
Mike, as we reported in our 9 o'clock newscast, Proposition Q did not pass. The amendment called for the largest property tax increase in the city of Austin's history. Opponents were pretty optimistic about their chances and preemptively held an election night victory party. Take a listen.
Here, we had a broad bipartisan coalition that stood up and said, no, we are not standing up for this. And in the words of Matt, enough is enough. The spending must stop. We do not need more taxes. And this city council needs to get the message to get their house in order.
Austin City Mayor Kirk Watson released a statement about 30 minutes ago. It starts with, quote, "When the council put Proposition Q on the ballot, I said it's time to trust the voters. Tonight, the voters spoke by rejecting Prop Q. Austin voters made their decision, and they did so clearly. I trust their decision, and I hear them," end quote. Prop Q included a huge amount of funding for a lot of different things. So here's how the city wanted to spend your taxpayer dollars. Proposition Q aims to put about $110 million towards public safety and social services. However, the potential for a property tax increase to foot the bill is something many voters are not on board with.
We should continue to make Austin affordable for everyone, and Prop Q is just going to make it more expensive.
If passed, the average homeowner would be paying an additional $303 annually on a $500,000 home. Opponents argue that the city already has enough revenue and say they can't afford higher taxes, especially senior citizens.
Virtually all the ones that had to do with ad valorem property taxes, because as they go up and incomes don't go up, it affects us all.
The city wants to spend the largest chunk of that money on expanding homeless programs, allocating $35.5 million.
Prop Q is about allowing this work to continue so that we can reach more of the people suffering on our streets and prevent struggling Austin residents from becoming homeless.
Close to $23 million would go to improving public safety by adding EMS positions for mental health response and paying more support services for victims of crime. Then $10 million is allotted on climate change response projects, as well as improving and maintaining public parks and recreation facilities.
We live in a time when the federal government and the state government are in denial about the realities of climate change.
Plus another $7.7 million on public health services, including delivery of HIV or STI testing. Lastly, $1.3 million for City of Austin employee benefits. Since Prop Q failed, the city manager will now draft a new budget proposal to present to council members, which Mayor Watson says should be done soon. Homeowners could still see a smaller property tax increase of around $104 next year. I'm reporting in studio, Katie Pratt, Fox 7 Austin News.